Well, folks, the storm here at Manfield is showing no signs of letting up, and neither are we. With the league play that we're seeing tonight, we're going to shift gears and move up to the Premier League in what will be a very hotly contested match between the Dodgers and the Elite. This is MLE presented by APM Music, and my name is Thunderballs. Welcome back to the stream. We had to bid farewell to our friend Sleegy, but speaking of that name, I actually want to peel back for a moment to a match highlight that wasn't touched upon quite in the previous match. We have a highlight of Sleegy with a really amazing play. If you take a look at Sleegy's camera here, you'll see just the car control put on display that he's going to show you with that Octane. Brilliant bit of aerial work here, nice air roll, and Sleegy, amazing highlight there as we send him off and invite back in Terminator in his place. Terminator, happy to have you here this evening. How are we looking in this matchup between Dodgers and Elite?
This is going to be a great matchup. We have two 5-5 teams going at each other, and first place in this division is the Bulls, who currently are 8-7. 3 wins get you tied for first and barely into that playoff spot because top 2 in division go to playoffs. So both teams will be fighting. It's a really close division, and every win you get here counts.
It's fantastic to see such close disparity between teams in Premier League as well, because of all the leagues, the MMR spread can be quite wide with Premier League, with there being no cap on the teams. So to see such a close level of competition, really, it bodes well for the league in general, and I think it bodes well for how competitive this matchup is going to be as we get into it here for game number 1 between the Dodgers and the Elite. On the side of the Dodgers, we've got Danger and Delta, and facing off against them, Elite, it's going to be Pops and Snoop. Getting at it early here as Danger puts a shot on net. That's steered aside. Danger looking for more here. A lot of aerobatics there, looking for the dunk off the top. Follow-up effort just off the post. Really close chance here to lead things off. Let's see if the Elite can get it out of their zone, but still, Delta keeping on the pressure. Snoop dunked there in the corner by Danger. That's on target, and Pops has got to make the save. Danger once again pushing it back in the zone. 30 seconds almost entirely in the Elite zone. They finally get the ball out, but what pressure from the start on the side of the Dodgers there.
Yeah, great start by the Dodgers. Not able to get a goal, but boy, were they close. And right now, more chances coming from them.
Nice effort there on Delta with the flick. That Dominus getting such power on that. Not quite making anything happen. This is off the post for Pops, off the other post. No answer there for the Elite. The trailing player just spaced too far away. As Snoop gets bumped out of the play, Pops peels back to make the retreating defensive touch. Here's Delta, backflipping in a bit of an awkward spot. Danger also in an awkward spot. Now Snoop with a chance. Nicely steered aside. Pops here in the corner is going to send it high. A demo effort maybe there from the Dodgers player, but a demo back the other way opens up ton of space. And despite all the pressure from the Dodgers, it's the Elite opening up the scoring.
Yeah, shot difference is 5-2, but it doesn't matter when you get a great shot off like that. Pops just going off the wall, realizing it's an open net, beautiful play, and it's a 1-0 lead.
Well, I'm sure the Dodgers trying to convert here after so many chances. They might get a chance here, though. This is a brilliant bounce-off kickoff. And just as I say that, Dodgers answer right back with a fortuitous kickoff.
Great word, fortuitous. Thunderballs, you did it again. But so did Delta getting the goal. We're only a minute and a half in. The scoring starting to open up. Both these teams feeling each other out. Just a great game so far.
Brilliant pace set here in game number 1 between these two teams. Much similar to what we saw in the last series. The Express and the Spartans were going at it, and the Dodgers and Elite are going at it here in game number 1. Already 3 goals on the board.
What a great pass by Danger. Just reading it off the corner perfectly. Perfect touch over to Delta, who just had to hit it in a wide open net. Beautiful play.
Now 3:29 left on the clock. Still plenty of chances going to be had either way here, I think. Call it a fake, call it whatever you want, but Delta's going to call it a goal here for the Dodgers as they take a 3-1 lead.
The Dodgers are showing that they are able to score off kickoff very easily. That's 3 straight goals now that they've had off a kickoff, and this is definitely their strength.
Well, the Elite got to pick up some slack here on the kickoffs. Maybe an adjustment in strategy is needed as they win that one. Looking better for them there. Snoop with some speed coming in, but Delta's ready for it on the back end. Pops, nice chip play here, running out of boost slowly, might still have a dunk. That's up high, and Snoop again with the dunk play, still threatening here. Dodgers are trying desperately to rush back as Delta sends it off his own crossbar. It's going to be just enough to keep it out for the time being. Danger with another save, maybe finally here. And Dodgers, so many brilliant defensive stands here. You have to imagine the pressure is going to amount to a goal eventually, but great defense there.
Absolutely great defense. When Danger brought that ball across the middle, he really put it in a dangerous spot, pun intended. But right now, the Elite have a chance to get a goal. Pops, what a shot, and what an even better save from Delta in front of net.
Things have swung entirely the other way here. It was Dodgers really controlling the scoring chances early, but now they're having to play all defense. That's on net, and Snoop's going to follow up Elite, finally cracking through the wall and giving the Elite their second goal.
Eventually, when you have players like Pops and Snoop on the offensive end, when these chances keep coming, they're going to score. And right there, great pass from Pops, just putting it in front of net so Snoop gets an easy one.
Another kickoff here. Dodgers probably thankful that they're good at kickoffs because they're seeing a ton of them in this game, and they've capitalized on most. Oh, nice patient play there from Danger. Going to be a little bit too wide. Delta looking for the opposite side shot. Going to be too wide as well. Two chances there, just barely going by the wayside as Elite come back the other way. A high chance. Snoop not first to that. This is long down the other end of the field. Pops has got to make a play, and they do. Another close challenge here, and as we shift into this Premier League level of play, one thing you see most commonly is that very few touches, if any, go uncontested. Compared to Champ League, all of these balls are pressured upon by both teams.
Absolutely. The players in Premier League play so fast compared to even Champ League or Master League. They're so quick, everything's contested. You never get an easy shot or even an easy 50 off.
Well, the Elite, an easy clear down the field that Danger has to defend from going on goal. Nice further touchdown field there. Is probably going to bounce towards the center. Gets a demo. Got to be a slight slow play here. Not quite working out. Delta a little heavy on the touch. And that might give Elite chances back the other way. Nice air dribble follow-up is going to go just wide from the Elite as Danger sends it downfield. We're into the final minute of play. Dodgers still with the lead, but you get the sense that the Elite, given the opportunity, might be able to tie this game.
They might be able to. Right now, playing defense, they just got to get the ball out of here, get it up into the Dodgers zone, and they have a chance. But right now, the Dodgers doing a great job of wasting time.
Oh, almost going from wasting to capitalizing on time there were the Dodgers. That was really close there. But another fantastic save. It's been defensive stands on both ends of the field. Elite, they've got maybe what will be the final attacking push here. That's sent away. One Dodgers player is committed, and now it's just Danger in the back end, but Snoop, that's the wrong direction, my friend. They're sending it back towards the Elite end of the field with only 15 seconds left to play. Snoop circling there in the corner. This is downfield for Pops. That's on target. Danger got to make the save. Final chance here. Snoop off of the wall. Ooh, looking for the negative angle there was Pops. Maybe a dunk. Close there for the Elite at the end of the game, but Dodgers just scraped by to get their first win in the series.
Dodgers came out strong. They really controlled the pace of the game in the beginning, and it showed up on the scoreboard. They outshot the Elite 14-11. Not a big difference, but still enough, especially in Premier League, that makes a big difference on the scoreboard.
I mean, those are huge shot totals. Either way, 14-11 is a lot of shots on the field. And we saw it, not so much a back and forth thing, alternating chances, but more so it was a lot of chances Dodgers early in the game, a lot for the Elite in the middle of the game. So it's these trading back and forth of extended periods of pressure, but it's a testament to the defenses that there weren't more goals than just 3 and 2 scored. They really did a great job of keeping the ball out of the net until it was absolutely imperative that one of the teams score.
Absolutely. Just look at the save totals at the bottom of the screen. 7 for Elite, 6 for Dodgers. I love a good defensive game. I'm a defensive player myself, so seeing these players step up, playing the way on defense that we know that they're capable of, just a great job by them.
Well, looking forward to game number 2 here. The Dodgers, a lot of their success came on the back of kickoffs. As it turns out, you mentioned it earlier in game number 1, but they scored 2 and you could even call 3 kickoff goals for themselves, it really ended up giving them the entire game. So the question here that might be put to the viewers out there is, can the Dodgers find some variety in their offense? Can they score in the mid-game rather than just off of kickoff?
That is absolutely the question, and now we will see, and they get the first chance on offense.
Very quickly back the other way though. The Elite trying to press as Snoop bumps it off that bottom wall, but it's going to be Danger with an air dribble opportunity. Rotating, gets it past both players, and Danger, with all the spins and flips you could possibly ask for, gets a beauty of an air dribble. That's, I think you could call that a full field air dribble, beating the Elite there.
Absolutely. You've heard of 360s and 720s, but I don't know how many spins that was, but it was a lot of spins in the air. Just a great air dribble. Such composure to put that in the back of the net.
Speaking of which, Snoop, looking for the flip reset out of the air dribble there, trying to answer back with a mechanical play of their own, but nothing doing on that. As it's sent into the middle of the field here, Delta's got some space, but they hand the ball away. Sent back, just spaced well enough to keep that out of their net. Now looks to the middle of the field. Danger. Up top, gets beaten to the ball by Snoop. That's down low for Delta to send it downfield. Looking for a follow-up. Out of the corner, gets a nice touch over one. Good control there and composure in front of the net as Snoop, looking for a flick fake there. Nice repeat shot. What a save from Delta. And again, we see the Dodgers diving across the goal line to keep the Elite from scoring.
This Dodgers defense is the real deal. We've seen them make some unbelievable saves, and that one by Delta was no different. That was so good. I would be close to call it play of the week worthy, but that double touch from Pops was almost there too.
Well, no shortage of skill on the field and plenty of potential for play of the week. I'm sure we might see some candidates as we head down the stretch, but for now, it's the Dodgers leading by 1 goal. Yet again, Danger, what a second effort, and Delta following up. Danger is really putting on a show here for this Dodgers team.
Danger is dangerous in front of goal. You can't leave him open. He's just so good in the air, and that great pass sets up Delta to just put it in the back of the net. This Dodgers team doubles their lead.
And with 3:25 on the clock, Elite have got time, but they have not got control thus far. Need to gain some purchase on the field for themselves, and Pops is going to try to do that, but gets demoed for his efforts. Now it's Delta threatening in the corner. Nice initial touch there from Snoop, but can't follow it. Delta now in the middle of the field, looking to connect with Danger on the pass. Meanwhile, Delta having to defend, diving at the ball. This is straight down. Great touch away there from Danger. Pops putting on more pressure for the Elite. Dodgers really a show of composure here on defense, and it's very few chances that get close enough to the net to actually shoot. The Elite can put pressure on, but they can't get close enough to get scoring opportunities.
Yeah, and every time they do, the Dodgers are just in a great position, and they were there but not able to push the ball out far enough that time. The Elite get one.
They get one with a nice 45-degree flick. Danger was shadowing pretty well. But even at this level of play, it can be so difficult to track a ball that's heading directly over your head from behind you. Can't really blame the defensive mistake there so much, almost like a forced error rather than an unforced error, and it gives the Elite a goal here, but they're going to need one more with half the game left to play. Snoop picks one off the ceiling as Danger sends it high. This is a familiar position for Danger, but there's the smart play from the Elite. That's a different speed of challenge than we saw previously from them. And Term, for the first time, that's really worked out in shutting Danger's aerial play down.
Absolutely. He's been so dangerous in the air, and to see now Pops doing the same exact thing, not able to get the dunk, but that was great defense from the Elite on Danger's aerial. If they could keep that up, I think they have a real shot at coming back in this one.
Well, diving play there from Danger is not going to work out, but they're going to opt for a back pass here. Could be very risky as Elite player going for the fake there. This is recentered for the Elite team, looking for the sharp angle shot. High and wide to that right side. Pops another follow-up opportunity here, but maybe low on boost. Certainly looks that way. They're looking for the demo. Snoop tries for the flick. This is a great period of sustained pressure here for the Elite. The Dodgers still have the lead, but the Elite in the last 45 seconds or so have really been threatening, but oh no, back the other way. The Dodgers, with a brilliant counterattack, open up the lead even further.
And Danger just doing what he does best, pops that ball into the air, and a brilliant 50 to set up Delta for an easy pop pass. And Dodgers, they find themselves back up again.
Amazing presence of mind there too, as you spot Danger, who could have just as easily retreated after making the pass, opted to follow it instead. Oh, more trouble here from Danger, looking for another air dribble. Delta's going to follow the shot. Danger looking for a redirect. My goodness, this Dodgers team just seems to be able to generate offense from anywhere on the field, and as the Elite, they're really reeling on defense, just trying to keep the ball away from net.
Yeah, they're so creative on the offensive end, the Dodgers are, and we're seeing the Elite, they're doing relatively well defensively against it, but when the Dodgers get so many quality chances, there's only so much you could do, and it's definitely working out for the Dodgers.
Well, the Elite have got themselves 30 seconds to score 2 goals. They try to find one back the other way on a counterattack. Pops, but that's a brilliant dunk there, but Snoop not close enough to capitalize. Now Snoop turns. Pretty dunked convincingly there. That is on net, and Dodgers might not have been as skillful as the last few goals, but it's worth just the same, and they take a 4-1 lead and a stranglehold on this game number 2.
Hey, not every goal is going to be pretty. You take them any way you could get them, especially against a team as good as the Elite.
Well, the Elite here, probably at this point fighting for momentum heading into the next game, but unfortunately, that's a next game where they're going to be looking down the barrel of down 2-0, but hang on. 9 seconds left to play and 2 goals to score is improbable, especially at the Premier League level. It's not impossible.
Hey, we've seen kickoff goals for the Dodgers. It can very well go for the Elite here, but they need to act quickly and win this kickoff.
Well, let's see what they can do. Really only a couple seconds can transpire without a goal. And with that, you have to think here with the time gone off the clock. Oh, that's going to do it. That ices game number 2 for the Dodgers here as they take a 2-0 lead in the series in really impressive fashion. That was amazing offense and defense from the Dodgers, doing it on both ends of the field.
Absolutely. The Dodgers, they're getting it done. They're being creative on offense, and they're being very composed on defense. This team is doing it all right now, and that's the reason why we see them up 2-0 in the series.
And it feels to me, as a difference of play styles, that as you look at the stat sheet, it paints a picture of who the initiator is. If it wasn't obvious from the highlight reel air dribbles, Danger has been the initiator of offense, and Delta, meanwhile, has been that second player in to follow up on the play. Meanwhile, on the side of the Elite, you don't really see those defined roles. It's a split effort between those two. And it begs the question, are they a little bit uncomfortable in the style that they're playing with one another? And does one player or the other need to take the lead on the field for the Elite?
Well, Pops is the best player out there salary-wise. He's a 19, and believe it or not, the Elite actually have a 1 salary advantage over the Dodgers in this series. They have talent. They just got to utilize it, maybe try to be a bit more creative on the offensive end. We're just not seeing it out of them right now, and the Dodgers are controlling it. The Elite got to fix this soon.
Well, they are out of extra lives as far as the series goes. If they drop one more game, they will drop this series, and then they'll be fighting for redemption games at that point. Not a position they want to be in, so it's time for the Elite to push back here. And the Dodgers are going to do their best to continue the momentum they've had so far, as the Elite are going to have the first scoring chance. Oh, a missed touch there. Just barely sent away by Delta, as the Dodgers get out of danger early, but still they're not out of it. Pops off the wall. Ooh, good effort there. Looking for it off the side wall. Not initially going to find it. Danger into the middle of the field is rebuffed by Snoop. Snoop trying to put a centering touch, but that's weak and sent away by Danger. Pops. Nice little half volley there. Hard shot on net is steered aside by Snoop, but looking for more there was Danger. That's a hard pinch heading into dangerous territory here for the Elite. Pops opting for the slow play. This is a tie game here. I think in the first 2 games that we saw, we would have already seen a goal by this point. So it's been, in Game 3, a little bit more of a stalemate between these two teams than what we saw previously.
I was going to say, we're not seeing as many crazy plays as before, as Danger went up for a crazy aerial attempt. But we're just seeing kind of both teams more or less feel each other out this game. I don't think each team's really trying to take a crazy lead or do too much on the offensive end. But what a demo right there from Delta. The shot just off.
And you get the feeling it wasn't quite communicated soon enough that the demo was going to come. What a pass off the ceiling. Elite with a close chance here. Can they follow it up? Trying to get the air roll shot there was Pops, but not able to make it happen. And the counterattack is going to prove to be too much. No! I don't know how many diving saves we've seen so far in this series from both teams, but that one might take the cake there from the Elite.
And that's a big save too. In a tie game like this, you do not want to go down early, especially when you're in a 2-0 hole. Just a great play and an amazing save to keep this game tied.
Well, the Elite doing it on one end. Let's see if they can do it on the other here. Pops looking for the air dribble, but can't get over top of Danger. Delta now to the corner, sent away by Snoop. Snoop gets a follow-up, but not far enough, and Danger in that comfort zone in the air, trying to get free, but instead this is Pops with a scoring opportunity, tries for the pre-flip. It was a great effort there, trying to use the flip cancel on the pre-flip to get the right angle of a touch. Not quite, but it feels as though the Elite managing to build some confidence here on the field that they might have been lacking previously in the series, but oh no, just as I say that, Dodgers find an opening and find a lead for themselves once again.
Yeah, Pops just tried to do, I think, a bit too much, and it ends up being very costly as this Dodgers defense can quickly turn into offense. We're seeing them really convert on the counterattack, and that's why they're up.
Up with 2:18 left to play. Snoop there, getting a scoop underneath the ball, but this is going to mean trouble for Pops back down the other way. Gets firmly beaten on the 50, and the follow-up there is going to be from Delta to make it 2-0 for the Dodgers team, going up by even more.
And once again, we're seeing the quick counterattack strike for the Dodgers. And the Elite just have no answer for it. They're trying to push up on the offensive end to get back into this game, get it tied. But it's very costly. They're kind of in a catch-22 right now. They can't figure out what to do to stop this offense.
And they're having a hard time breaking that playstyle and pattern that we've been seeing from the Dodgers once again there. It was a goal where Danger made a brilliant initiating play to open up space, and Delta was just there for the easy follow-up. This is a pattern that we've seen repeatedly from the Dodgers, and you'd think by now the Elite would have caught on to that, but they can't seem to break it, and they need a change in playstyle to really open themselves up some space here. A chance again for the Dodgers with Danger initiating and Delta following up. It's like a broken record at this point, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. It's working brilliantly right now for the Dodgers. They came out with a great game plan, and there's really nothing else they should do. They're a minute and a half away from taking this series, being tied for first in the division, and if they keep this up, they're going to be a team to really, you do not want to mess with come playoff time.
Not at all. The Dodgers are going to find more here on the back of Danger, who reads the pass coming out of the corner and finds it into the bottom corner himself. Look at the pre-flip there. Nice little light touch into the corner. And bad goes to worse here for the Elite team. They are very much reeling at this point, and I mentioned at the beginning of this game that they did not want to find themselves fighting for redemption games, but that may very well end up being the result here. Oh, Dodgers almost getting more, but if the Elite are going to find themselves a little bit of momentum in the last two games in this series, what is it you think that it's going to come on the back of for them?
I think they just have to be, I think they have to play disciplined defensively. If they could do that, keep the game tied at 0 for a while, and then just find a way to get a goal, then they're in it. If they can play while they're in the lead, I think that may change what the Dodgers do. It may make them push up a bit more, and that's where you end up getting more goals. But you have to get the first goal, I think, next game if you're the Elite. If you don't, you're going to be playing from behind again, and that's when the Dodgers are the best.
Well, speaking of the Dodgers being the best, this is once again a very big lead for them, and no time left to recover it for the Elite. So that, against, I mean, if you want to mount a comeback of 4 goals in 15 seconds, be my guest. I would love to see it, but the Elite here, I think, are just a little bit too much up against it, and that's going to be the series win for the Dodgers. They close out the end of the game here. I think a little bit of a lack of effort maybe there from the elite players, and mentally it's got to be tough to face such a complete team in the Dodgers that we're seeing here. And I want to say you can't blame the elite for losing a bit of their motivation at the tail end of this game, but if you've still got 2 games left to play, you can't let a series drop after only 3, because you want to give your team the best showing you can.
Yeah, personally, I don't like what Pops did right there, but I do love the play from the elite as they quickly get a goal, maybe build some confidence going into Game 4.
Exactly what we needed to see from them. It was a lackluster performance back on the defensive end, keeping the Dodgers out, but a great performance and a shot angle there from Snoop. And as time winds down here to the very end, Dodgers maybe going to find one more, but I think this ball is going to drop down. Delta with a touch. These Premier League players pretty good at keeping up at the end of the game, but they're going to let that fall. And that's going to be the Dodgers winning this series in convincing fashion, but they still have a little bit more work to do here. And I think for the elite, it's going to take a complete reinvention at this point of the style that they've been going for thus far. It's not small changes that are going to see you winning games after being beaten 5-1 and getting repeatedly beaten down like they have from the Dodgers. So, I mean, at this point, go for it if you're the elite. Don't try the kind of half adjustment, half effort type of things. If you want to win a couple of games in this series, you got to take this Dodgers team by surprise, and it remains to be seen whether they have it in them to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. This last game, they got outshot 14-4, and that's not good. And they played well in the beginning of the game. It took about 2 minutes, I think, before we got our first goal. And it seemed like the elite was in it, but then once they got down, it just started all going downhill from there. I think you mentioned what they need to do differently. They only got 4 shots off, so maybe my plan of playing even more defensively won't go well. But they have to do something.
Well, they do, and it can be tough sometimes. I mean, a lot of people in this league, in the MLE community, looking upwards at these players on the field and not really too envious of the situations they find themselves in. It's such skill that they face every week in the Premier League from the players that they're playing up against that you kind of feel for some of the situations that they get stuck in when they're looking down the field and seeing danger flip 18 times and drop an air dribble into the net. It's really got to sting after a while. And the elite, it's just got to be a mental adjustment first. They don't need to learn new techniques and totally reinvent their mechanical games. They just need a little bit of confidence. And you mentioned it earlier in the series that if they can find the first goal here, that's something that, to my knowledge, they haven't done even once in this series so far, and that could really shift things for them.
Well, they did do it Game 1, but then right away the Dodgers had the 3 kickoff goals. So that time it didn't really work out for them, but they didn't hold the lead long either, maybe 10 seconds at most. Right here they'll have a chance and the pass will be broken up by Delta, but they're starting to get some chances. I think that they're playing a bit better to start this game.
Well, the Dodgers hoping that that's not the case. They're trying to answer here. Oh, a big demolition there in front of the net. Lots of space here. And Snoop getting the assist. Pop's going to drive that one home. And this is a great opportunity here. What a physical play. Diving off of the wall. Snoop got a 2-in-1 there, a demo and a pass.
Absolutely great play, and Pop's just putting it in the back. Now we're going to have to see how do the Dodgers come out. There's still a lot of time, so I don't think they're going to change their game plan too much, but if the elite can hold them off for a couple more minutes, I can't wait to see what the Dodgers do and whether the elite can capitalize on it.
Oh, that was a close chance there for Delta, who looked for a strong dunk, but it was sent away. And now Delta alone on defense's danger rushes back. Nicely sent away though there, Delta. Looking for a pass across to danger. Chipped high. This is going to be Pops now answering as Snoop picks up the dribble. Great flick there. Opting for the slow play. Really slowing it down, maybe a little bit too much there, but it shows some confidence on the field. When you see slow plays to that magnitude coming out, usually it's a sign of confidence on the field, that they're not rushing things, and that could bode well here for the elite.
Yeah, that play was even slower than some FL games that I've played in, but Absolutely, they have the confidence and even more confidence after that goal by Snoop. The Elite find themselves 2-0 up.
Just good determination here by Snoop. Slams on the brakes to keep position on that ball and spots a really sharp angle to sink that shot. And with that, 2-goal lead might be the biggest one that we've seen for the Elite in the entirety of this series so far.
Absolutely is, and I mentioned at the start of this broadcast, 8-7. That is the record of the team in first place right now, the Bulls, in this division. You have to get some wins here, get a win here. Worst comes worst, you're going to be 2 games behind second place, and that's ultimately what gets you in playoffs.
Well, not thinking about playoffs, I would imagine here. Thinking about the game that they've got ahead of them are the Elite and the Dodgers. Thinking about a sweep, hopefully, for themselves, but they've got a goal margin to make up here. They're trying their best, but Pops keeping it out. Nice pass into the middle for Snoop, who puts a shot on target. Probably needed a little bit of height on that one. I think the low shot, not enough to fool these Premier League players. Pops, what an effort. Danger. I'm not sure if that was going to be on net entirely or not, but Danger, that was an insane save to keep that ball out of the net.
Absolutely was, and we're seeing the Elite players, whenever they have a chance, they're keeping their second player pretty far back just to prevent the Dodgers counterattack that we saw so much in the first couple games. I think that is the adjustment that we're seeing from the Elite, and it's working out in their favor.
Well, in their favor until that very moment. They missed a whiff that came out of the defensive end from the Dodgers team when they could have capitalized on it, but now Snoop's got some space. Looking for that bounce off the back wall, tries for the double tap. So close there with Snoop. Maybe 5 or 10 extra boost would have won him that highlight play, but instead keeps the Elite to just 2. But they're heading back down the field here for more. Space again for Snoop. He's going to try to pop it over top. The low shot off the post. Pops there for the follow-up. The shot not hard enough though, and that's not the first time we've seen power and accuracy lacking in shooting from the Elite Dodgers. Going to capitalize on the counterattack.
And right there, we saw Snoop stay a bit further up rather than getting back, and that ultimately cost him. The counterattack was quick from the Dodgers, and Danger gets this game back into dangerous territory for the Elite.
The Elite, I'm sure, sweating the 1-goal difference at this point. They know the power that the Dodgers have shown on the field so far. Now they're going to look to answer back and try to get that insurance goal. Early touch there. Snoop positioned deep to try to answer. Gets a chip over 1. Second player back. Snoop looking for a follow-up. That's kicked off the crossbar. Pops not there to follow up. Now in a little bit of trouble here on defense. Pops, nice 50 off the sidewall though, missing the wave dash to get closer to the ball. Nice touch here from Delta back down the other way as Danger, a little bit of an overcommit there, but Delta trying to position. This is over top of one defender. Let's see if Pops can finish it off. Awkward angle here from the casting booth, but that may, I think, have just gone straight in off the midfield challenge, and yes, it did.
And you take those, and that should pretty much seal the game for the Elite. I don't want to cast or curse this, but great performance from the Elite to come out and really play their game in Game 4 here.
Dodgers' final chance here. Ooh, the delayed flick there from Delta gives them an extra chance at a 50, and they sink this one. They, Elite, are not out of the woods yet.
Well, I did cast or curse it. I definitely pulled that one out.
You might have.
But let's see what the Dodgers could do. They're really good off of kickoffs.
Speaking of which, Danger, that's a touch back into mid. Delta is there. That shot's on net. Snoop's got to make the save. Terminator, you've got some explaining to do here.
You're absolutely right. Elite, I am sorry, but the save just not enough. That ball goes into the upper 90, and we have ourselves our first overtime of the series. That has to be so demoralizing, though, if you are the Elite.
Undoubtedly, and now they've really got to mentally settle themselves and focus on the overtime ahead here. Dodgers are in their defensive end with boost, though. Opting for control plays, now Danger downfield, but sent back the other way by Snoop for the time being. Snoop Now trying to steer it goalward. This is an unfortunate pinch here. Delta looking for the follow-up. Pops has got to kick it to the side. Danger. Sends it off the back wall. Nice touch there to keep it out of harm's way. Now Snoop. Back the other way. Not going to opt for the double touch on that one as it's too high. Pops. Off of the side wall. Playing it slow. The slow plays here. A couple of attempts both ways. Not really working out for either team. You get the feeling that it's going to be speed that's going to find either team the win here in this Game 4 overtime.
Absolutely, and what a shot there, so close. Snoop going to try to counter this, but no, Delta able to get in front, play some defense. We're seeing both these teams come out a little aggressive. They both want to score and end this thing.
Which is surprising in an overtime, but Dodgers, oh, danger. Trying to get the air dribble bump there, and now it's Pops back the other way. Low boost for the Dodgers player, and I don't think Pops knew it. They might have gone for the follow-up had they known the touch was going to be missed there. Ooh, Snoop with a sharp angle. These are close chances for both teams here. Pops trying to maintain control. Snoop now up into the corner. That's a pass center. Pops has got a shooting opportunity here, but can't get around it in time. Still going to follow up, and the Elite really owning the pressure here. This is the Dodgers' first time out in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, the Elite, they're coming out strong, and they're really showing that they're not going to go away without a fight. You know, they gave up a couple goals at the end of regulation, but they are fighting now. They are going to get this win one way or another.
Well, the Dodgers have other thoughts as they send it down the Elite way. Oh, this is big trouble here. Snoop. Half flip was just barely enough time to get back to make that defensive play. Stays out of trouble. Snoop now on the offense with the air dribble. Getting the dunk, but Pops was turned away. This could be major trouble here for the Elite. But the pinch sent far and away from the offensive end for the Dodgers, and now they're retreating. Oh, close chance here. There's a follow-up from Pops. The shot's high. Delta once again for the Dodgers, pulling through the counterattack back the other way, and time again we've seen it. This Dodgers team able to counterattack in these absolutely crucial situations.
And all game, all of regulation, we saw the Elite always have at least one player further back. They didn't bring both players up into the offensive side too often. But let's take a look at well, yeah, we didn't see him have, two players up in the offensive end too often.
Yeah, and we're going to take a look at a highlight here. The overtime play, Danger with the assist with Snoop as we take a gander at that play. Snoop trying desperately to make the save there at the very end, but that was the goal that you saw that forced overtime between these two teams and really sealed Terminator's fate as the ultimate caster's cursor in that particular game. But that aside, I think from a viewer standpoint, it was amazing to see the game tied up so late. It was unfortunate for an Elite team that were just trying to find themselves a win and ended up losing it in overtime, but the Dodgers showing such resilience against an Elite team that pushed back there more than we saw in previous games.
Yeah, they really had the game plan that worked. You know, unfortunately, those last couple seconds of regulation, it fell apart. And in overtime, when they finally did double commit, they finally put a lot on the offensive end. It cost them. But they figured out the strategy that beats the Dodgers now. If they can play composed, play disciplined, they could come out with a win here and really help their season out.
Well, if I've ever seen one, this is a test of mental fortitude for the Elite to find a final game win here in this series. They have been up against it from every angle from the Dodgers team, tried desperately to get themselves game number 4, and were toppled by an amazing comeback and an overtime effort from the Dodgers team. So now they've really got to center themselves here and look for one game in this series to try and stave off a sweep here, as the Elite already finding themselves in trouble. What an angle from Danger looking on net there, as now Delta has to retreat on defense. Ooh, gets bumped there in the corner. Snoop's going to follow up, but that's back down the other way. Danger beaten out by the slow play. Another follow-up there. Elite really getting quick to this ball. I think the solution from them a lot of the time, ooh, that's a rough defensive touch there. Delta acknowledging it in quick chat that was not the defensive play they were looking for.
Yeah, that's really one of the first defensive errors we've seen from the Dodgers, and it has cost them dearly. The Elite find themselves back up again.
Well, as we saw in the previous game, it's not enough to win the game for the Elite. Obviously, they need all the help they can get, because taking the early lead spelled disaster for them at the end of the last game. So Elite trying to find more, but the Dodgers trying to send these attacking options away. That was a brilliant 50 by Snoop there to send it into the middle, but Pops positioned too deep to make a follow-up play. Ooh, Snoop, do they have enough boost to reposition? No, just the setup touch was a little bit too far towards the center and they couldn't follow up for the double. Great effort though there, and I would say of the two players, Snoop has had a few great mechanical chances on net. Hasn't really turned any of them in yet. Oh, Pop's looking for a breezy flick. Okay, I think these players are trying to put on a show for game number 5, and to be honest, I think we'd all love to see it.
Oh, definitely. When you see a Premier League game, you expect some really crazy goals, and we have seen some of them come out from the Dodgers, but I'm now interested to see if we get any from the Elite as well.
Well, the Elite sent back into their zone once again. Danger, probably looking for a read off the corner, but it's sent away. Snoop now with a little bit of space. Options for the dribble, opts for the 50 instead. Now the follow-up from Pops not coming. Waiting in the backfield. Playing it super slow there is Delta with low boost in the tank, beating the midfield player. Snoop into the corner. That's sent into the middle by Danger, but didn't have a shooting option, and Delta really stranded there by 0 boost means an Elite goal on the counterattack, kind of giving the Dodgers a taste of their own medicine.
The Elite back up to a 2-goal lead. Hopefully they can keep this one, but Pops showing the counterattack for the Elite rather than the Dodgers. It's good to see a change of pace sometimes.
So Terminator, I believe the scenario here is that if the Elite score a 3rd goal and they find themselves up by 3 goals heading into the later stages of this game, you might want to hold off on any predictions until the end of the game. Just maybe a casual suggestion given past results, but ultimately I'll leave that up to you.
You know what? I don't think it's going to happen twice. We'll see.
Oh no.
We'll see what will happen when it comes later.
Well, you're really rolling the dice on that one. Ooh, what a bump play. Danger going across net there. It might have been a save chance for that last defender, but Delta instead gets the shot on target, and Pops just gets barely bumped there, not able to make the save.
A great, powerful shot. Just both Elite players not able to get across the goal in time. The Dodgers, they're showing why that they are the team up 4-0 right now. They're not going to go away without a fight.
Well, a fight the Elite are putting up here as it's into the attacking zone once again. Snoop, early read there, gets the 50 in midfield, and now in backfield. Danger. Oh, what a follow-up touch off of the backboard, and not much you can do about that as a defender.
Not much indeed. Danger coming out strong. Just what a tight angle to put that ball into the side netting. Dodgers, I said they wouldn't go away without a fight, and a fight they have given. This game is back tied again.
Well, Dodgers, it's the same old song and dance here, tying the game and trying to send it to another overtime, or I would imagine win it in regulation. Ooh, a chance there, far away, but that was on target and well steered aside by Pops. Pops looking for the flip reset, but that's sent up into the sky. Delta not getting the follow-up, and now Danger. Hard shot there, that's going to be steered aside by Pops again. Delta being sent backwards here. Snoop looks for the centering touch. Nice touch off to the side there by Danger. And name on the field might be Danger, but I gotta say, they've been getting their team out of danger so often and back the other way. Delta scores a goal for the Dodgers to take the lead. Elite just cannot catch a break in this series.
Yeah, they cannot. Delta just scoring from midfield. We're seeing a lot of long plays work out for the Dodgers, and they find themselves up again. The Elite, they got to come out and score now. Sometimes we've seen it before. When they play with too far up, it ends up costing them, but that's what they're going to have to do.
Well, they're trying here their best with Snoop making an attack, but that's sent the other way. Delta with a shooting opportunity in midfield. Looks for the pass instead. Danger tries for the redirect on the ground. Tricky one there and almost makes it, but the Dodgers still trying to put more goals on. Delta steers that away and high. Looks for the follow-up touch. Big power there. That's got to be steered away. Nice defensive touch. Snoop with a shooting opportunity. Back the other way. Side flips instead. Not sure if that was intentional or not, but could very easily have been a scoring opportunity for the Elite. And instead, they're still down with 30 seconds left to play.
Yeah, a lot of time here for the Elite to get a goal, and we see him on the offensive end right now. Can Snoop get the ball to Pops? No. Danger will take it in midfield. And, you know, the Elite, they're going to be back on the offensive end here. Let's see if they get a goal.
Pops, flip reset, off the backboard. Here, follow-up from Snoop. That's on target, and there is the skill play that the Elite have been looking for so long. Pops getting the flip reset pass, looking desperately for the shot, but either way, that's going to work out with a brilliant follow-up from Snoop. And the Elite have done it. They've tied the game with 11 seconds left, and I am making 0 predictions about what is about to transpire.
I have a feeling we're going overtime. I'm going to make a bold guess here. There's no way this is happening to me twice. But what a great play by Pops on the last goal. We've seen him go for flip resets before this series, and it just hasn't worked out for him. And there he was able to get it and get a good assist off it.
Well, you weren't so lucky the first time turn, but you got away with one. Oh no, that is quite an ending to a series. Maybe the strangest that I have ever seen. Danger with a head scratcher of a kickoff. Elite score, series over, 4-1. What was that?
That was a goal. I don't really know what else to say about that, but what a game, I guess, for the Elite. You know, they gave up the lead. You could definitely be demoralized after that, but no, they came out strong at the end of regulation. They really showed a lot of fight in them, and then to get a quick overtime goal, it's a win that I feel like they deserved.
Well, not often you'll see a series end that way in Premier League, but nonetheless, it does spell the end for that series. The Elite getting one game at the very end to make it a 4-1 scoreline overall. But with that, we're going to pivot forward a little bit here on this Saturday night prime time with MLE. We're going to look forward to a Foundation League match between the Jets and the Knights. Don't go anywhere as we head into a break, and we'll be right back with more MLE action.